Hey everyone, Opulent Flash here, and you know what that means? A new car. Well, not exactly one car this time, we're talking about 50. That's right, we're diving deep into the world of automotive opulence, bringing you the top 50 most luxurious cars of all time. From the early days of motoring to the cutting edge of technology, we'll be exploring the vehicles that defined luxury in their respective eras. We're talking plush interiors, powerful engines, and price tags that'll make your jaw drop. So buckle up because we're about to embark on a journey through time, looking at the cars that were way ahead of their time, and the ones that continue to set the standard today. This is going to be interesting. Get ready to be amazed by the craftsmanship, the innovation, and the sheer extravagance that defines these automotive icons. This is the ultimate luxury car showdown, and you won't want to miss a single minute. Let's get started. Kicking off our list, we have the granddaddy of them all, the Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. Produced from 1906 to 1926, it wasn't just a car, it was a statement. This car established Rolls-Royce's reputation for unparalleled luxury and engineering excellence. It was incredibly quiet and smooth, earning it the title of the best car in the world. But this car wasn't about raw power, it was about effortless grace. A true icon of its era, its influence on luxury cars can still be felt today. Coming in at number 2, we have a true American icon of luxury, the Duesenberg Model J. This car embodies the spirit of the Roaring '20s. Produced from 1928 to 1937, it was all about power and extravagance. Under the hood was a monstrous 420 cubic inch straight-eight engine. But it wasn't just about brute force, it was also a masterpiece of design and luxury. Alright folks, buckle up because we're stepping into the realm of automotive royalty with the Bugatti Type 41 Royale. This isn't just a car, it's a testament to Ettore Bugatti's vision of ultimate luxury. Bugatti envisioned 25 of these for royalty, but only sold 3. The Great Depression threw a wrench in those plans, adding to the Royale's mystique. Under the hood, a 12.7-liter straight-eight engine. It wasn't about raw power, but effortless cruising in unparalleled comfort. Today, the Bugatti Royale stands as a legend of automotive extravagance. Next up, we're taking a look at a car that practically screams power and prestige, the Mercedes-Benz 770. Favored by influential figures of the early 20th century, including dictators. This was the car of choice for the likes of Adolf Hitler and Emperor Hirohito. We're here to appreciate the car itself, right? And there's a lot to appreciate. It featured a supercharged 7.7-liter straight-eight engine, often outfitted with armor plating and bulletproof glass, making them rolling fortresses. Let's head over to America for a look at a car that embodied the peak of American luxury during the Roaring '20s, the Cadillac V16. Cadillac was already known for its luxurious cars, right? But the V16? This was something else entirely. Cadillac's answer to Rolls-Royce and Bugatti. They nailed it with opulence and technology. It became a status symbol for the American elite. The star was the massive V16 engine, a 7.4-liter behemoth with 165 horsepower. Most cars had 4-cylinder engines, so this was a statement. It had a top speed of around 100 miles per hour, but it wasn't just about power. Cadillac went all out on styling and luxury. A beautifully sculpted body, a plush interior with the finest materials, and all the latest gadgets. A true testament to American automotive ingenuity and a symbol of the era's opulence. Alright guys, we're moving on to number 6 on our list of the most luxurious cars of all time. It's the Rolls-Royce Phantom Y. The Phantom I debuted in 1925, powered by a massive 7.7-liter straight-six engine. It was about effortless cruising and providing the smoothest, most luxurious ride imaginable. The interior was the epitome of opulence. The Phantom Y established Rolls-Royce as the ultimate luxury brand. At number 7 we have the Hispano-Suiza H6B. Hispano-Suiza was a Spanish-Swiss luxury car manufacturer known for advanced and luxurious cars in the 1920s and 30s. The H6B featured a powerful 6-cylinder engine and a unique braking system. Rolls-Royce even licensed the H6B's braking technology. It was also a stunningly beautiful car with elegant curves. Inside, it boasted luxurious materials and exquisite craftsmanship. The H6B remains a symbol of automotive excellence and luxury. Coming in at number 8, we're heading back to the United States with a car that was a true icon of its time. The Packard Twin 6. Packard was synonymous with luxury in America, and the Twin 6 was one of their most impressive achievements. This car was all about power and prestige. Powered by a 7-liter V12 engine, it gave the Packard incredible performance. It could reach speeds of up to 80 miles per hour. But the Twin 6 wasn't just about brute force. It was also beautifully designed and luxuriously appointed. The Packard Twin 6 was a statement car for the wealthy and discerning buyer. Alright guys, we're moving on to number 9 on our list of the top 50 most luxurious cars, and it's a true American icon, the Lincoln Model L. Produced from 1917 to 1930, the Model L was Lincoln's first foray into the luxury car market. It packed a powerful V8 engine and focused on luxury. High-quality materials, plush seating, and all the bells and whistles. It quickly became the ride of choice for the wealthy and famous. Next up is the Bentley 4.5-liter, a car of power and prestige. The supercharged blower Bentley became a legend in the late 1920s. Developed by Sir Henry Tim Birkin, it was a brute force approach to speed. Featuring a massive supercharger on a 4.5-liter engine, it had incredible power. The blower Bentley wasn't just fast, it was fast in style and comfort. Coming in at number 11 on our list of the most luxurious cars is a true German masterpiece, the Mercedes-Benz 540K. Produced from 1936 to 1940, the 540K was the epitome of pre-war elegance and automotive prowess. This car was a head-turner from every angle. Its long, flowing lines and graceful curves were the work of renowned designer Friedrich Geiger, and they gave the 540K a sense of timeless beauty. And under that beautiful hood was a 5.4-liter supercharged straight-8 engine that delivered breathtaking performance. But the 540K was more than just a pretty face. Inside it was a haven of luxury, with sumptuous leather upholstery, gleaming wood trim, and advanced features like a retractable sunroof and adjustable suspension. The Mercedes-Benz 540K was a car that exuded both power and sophistication. It was a favorite among the elite of its day, and it remains one of the most sought-after classic cars today, and for good reason. Alright folks, now we're talking about a car that screams classic American luxury, the Cadillac Series 90. Produced from 1936 to 1940, this car was the epitome of opulence. Under the hood, you'd find a massive V16 engine. You didn't buy a Series 90 to win races, you bought it to arrive in style. The interior was nothing short of lavish. It was a symbol of American luxury in its heyday. From American muscle, we transitioned to French elegance with the Delahaye 135. Produced from 1935 to 1954, the 135 was a favorite among coach builders. It offered a fantastic blend of performance and luxury. Under the hood, it boasted a powerful 6-cylinder engine, but it was the car's handling and road manners that truly impressed. Each Delahaye 135 was a rolling work of art. Okay, gearheads, buckle up because we're diving into the Talbot Lago T 150C SS. Produced from 1937 to 39, it was a force on and off the track. Challenging Bugatti and Alfa Romeo, it was no small feat. Powered by a 4.0-liter straight-six engine, it delivered impressive horsepower. Engineered for performance with a lightweight chassis, it didn't skimp on luxury. High-quality materials and exquisite detailing. A car to be enjoyed on the open road. Often overlooked in history, it represents a golden era of French engineering. A car to be remembered and celebrated. Alright guys, buckle up because number 15 on our list is a real heartbreaker. The Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic. This isn't just a car, it's a piece of art. It's widely considered one of the most beautiful cars ever made, and for good reason. Just look at those curves. The Atlantic is incredibly rare, with only 4 ever produced. You almost never see these come up for sale, and when they do, well, let's just say you need a billionaire's bank account. This is automotive royalty, folks. Now, the Atlantic wasn't just about looks. It packed a serious punch with a powerful engine for its time. This thing could really move, especially considering it was built back in the 1930s. Talk about ahead of its time. So, the Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic, a stunning combination of beauty, rarity, and performance. It's a true icon in the automotive world, and it definitely deserves its spot on this list of the most luxurious cars ever. Moving on to number 16, we're stepping into the post-war era with the Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith. Now, after World War II, there was a huge demand for luxury goods, and Rolls-Royce was ready to answer the call. Enter the Silver Wraith. The Silver Wraith was all about understated elegance. It wasn't flashy or over the top, it exuded class and sophistication. This was a car for the discerning individual who didn't need to shout about their wealth. They just wanted to ride in comfort and style. One of the things that made the Silver Wraith so special was the attention to detail. The interior was handcrafted with the finest materials, from the leather seats to the wood trim. This was a car built to last, and it showed. Overall, the Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith perfectly captured the spirit of luxury in the post-war era. It was a car that whispered rather than shouted, and that's what made it so special. And at number 17, we have a car that perfectly blends luxury and performance. The Bentley Mark VI. Now, while Rolls-Royce was known for its stately elegance, Bentley was always the sportier cousin. The Mark VI was a perfect example of this. This car was all about power and presence. It had a muscular engine that could really get up and go, but it still maintained that signature Bentley refinement. It was a car for the driver who wanted the best of both worlds, luxury and performance. Now, the Mark VI was also notable for its design. It was one of the first Bentleys to be produced entirely in-house after the war, and it featured a sleek, aerodynamic body that was ahead of its time. This was a car that looked as good as it drove. So, the Bentley Mark VI. A true gentleman's express that offered the perfect balance of power, luxury, and style. It's no wonder this car remains a classic even today. And, at number 18 we have the Jaguar Mark V. This car represents a turning point for Jaguar. Before World War II, Jaguar was known as SS Cars. They rebranded as Jaguar, and the Mark V was one of their first big hits. The Mark V debuted in 1948 with a graceful, flowing design. It was available as a 4-door saloon or a 2-door drop-head coupe. Under the hood, you could get either a 2.5-liter or a 3.5-liter inline-6 engine. But what really made the Mark V special was its interior. High-quality leather, beautiful wood trim, and impressive craftsmanship. The Mark V was a huge success for Jaguar. Coming in at number 19 is the Cadillac Series 62. Cadillac in the 1950s was at the top of its game. Big, luxurious land yachts, the automotive equivalent of a steak dinner and a martini. The Series 62 debuted in 1940 and was produced until 1964, always big, comfortable, and stylish. And those tail fins. Cadillac was pushing the design envelope. Under the hood, a variety of V8 engines, effortless cruising, packed with luxury features, a true icon of its time, popular with collectors today. At number 20, we have the Lincoln Continental. This car is synonymous with American luxury. The Continental nameplate has been used on and off by Lincoln since 1939. Originally conceived as a one-off design for Edsel Ford, he wanted a car that was stylish, luxurious, and distinctly European, and boy did he get it. The first Continental was a stunning car. It was a hit, and Lincoln decided to put it into production. Over the years, it went through numerous design changes. The 1961 Continental is iconic with its suicide doors. Under the hood, you'd find powerful V8 engines. The Lincoln Continental is definitely worth a look. Alright guys, we're moving into the 1950s now with a car that really needs no introduction. It's the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, the OG Gullwing. You see this car, and you instantly know it's something special. Those iconic doors aren't just for show. They were necessary because of the innovative space frame chassis. It was the first production car with fuel injection. That gave it a top speed of around 160 miles per hour. Inside, luxurious leather and a beautiful wood steering wheel. A technological marvel and a status symbol. They even revived the Gullwing nameplate a few years back. Imagine rolling up to a Cars and Coffee in one of these. You'd be the absolute talk of the show. From the sleek and sporty 300 SL, we move to the stately Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. Launched in 1955, it was all about classic elegance. After World War II, it represented a return to luxury, like stepping back to a more glamorous era. It wasn't about groundbreaking technology, it was about ultimate comfort and refinement. The interior was like a rolling palace. Acres of leather, deep pile carpets, and beautiful wood veneers. A big, smooth V8 engine wafted you along, meant to be driven in, not driven, for heads of state, captains of industry, and anyone wanting absolute luxury. Still a head-turner today, a classic Rolls-Royce experience. Not as expensive as some, but still an investment. Can you put a price on this level of opulence? Let's talk about a car that embodies the American dream, the Cadillac Eldorado. Specifically, the 1959 Eldorado, an icon of its era. Just look at this thing. More chrome than a 50s diner, fins like an airplane, and presence to clear Times Square. The Eldorado was all about making a statement. Under the hood, a 6.4-liter V8 engine, but you bought it for the spectacle. The automotive equivalent of a Las Vegas showgirl. Still a blast to drive today. Not fuel efficient, takes up 2 parking spaces, but that's the charm. If you want a car that screams America, the 1959 Cadillac Eldorado is for you. And now we come to number 24, a car that really needs no introduction. This is the Aston Martin DB4, a car that redefined the British Grand Tourer. I mean, just look at it. It's gorgeous. Sleek lines, powerful engine, and undeniable Aston Martin luxury. Under the hood, a 3.7-liter straight-six, designed by Tadek Marek. In the early 60s, that was seriously quick. A true driver's car, with a beautifully balanced chassis and responsive handling. The interior was a masterpiece of British craftsmanship. It's no wonder the DB4 became an instant icon. Up next, a car that embodies British luxury in a different way. At number 25, we have the Bentley S1, a car that embodies British luxury. It looks a lot like a Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. Back then, Bentley and Rolls-Royce shared many components. The Bentley S1 was all about understated elegance and craftsmanship. Just look at that interior. Acres of leather, wood trim, and wool carpeting. It had a smooth V8 engine and a comfortable ride. Perfect for cruising down to the Riviera. True luxury is about timeless elegance and comfort. Coming in at number 26 is a car that needs absolutely no introduction, the Jaguar E-Type. This, my friends, is automotive art in its purest form. The long flowing hood, the short rear deck, those iconic covered headlights. Enzo Ferrari called it the most beautiful car ever made. But the E-Type wasn't just about looks. It had a powerful 3.8-liter engine and could reach 150 miles per hour. That was supercar territory back then. The E-Type was actually attainable, adding to its legend. Its impact on the automotive world is still felt today. Alright guys, the Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. This car marked a major turning point for Rolls-Royce. They brought everything in-house, designing and building the entire car, introducing innovations like a self-leveling suspension system. The Silver Shadow was a radical departure, modern and stylish. A hit with celebrities, solidifying Rolls-Royce's reputation. It's still a fantastic car today, comfortable and stylish. Next up we have the Mercedes-Benz 600, often nicknamed the Grosser Mercedes, which, you guessed it, means Grand Mercedes in German. This car was certainly grand. Massive, luxurious, and packed with crazy technology. It makes a Bentley look like a Toyota Camry, the ultimate status symbol. Driven by heads of state, celebrities, and dictators. You can't deny the impact. Its complex hydraulic system powered everything. Windows, seats, sunroof, sophisticated for its time. Came in short wheelbase, long wheelbase, and landaulet. Guaranteed luxury, reclining seats, fold-out tables, telephone and refrigerator. A 6.3-liter V8 engine. This thing could really move. A legend in the automotive world. Alright, let's talk about the Cadillac Fleetwood. These were the quintessential American luxury cars, known for their massive size, opulent interiors, and iconic tail fins. You couldn't miss a Cadillac Fleetwood on the road. They were like land yachts, cruising with effortless superiority. Plush carpets, acres of leather, and enough chrome to make a '57 Chevy blush. The Cadillac Fleetwood was more than just a car. It was a symbol of the American dream. Alright guys, the 1969 Lincoln Continental Mark III. This car was all about presence. You wanted to pull up to the country club and make a statement? This was your ride. Under the hood you got a massive 460 cubic inch V8, which wasn't really about speed so much as it was about effortless cruising. And speaking of effortless, check out this interior. Plush leather seats, wood trim, power everything. It was like a rolling living room in here. And of course, you couldn't miss that front grille. It was a bold design, even back then. But hey, this was the late 60s, early 70s, and big, bold, and luxurious was in. The Mark III was a hit for Lincoln, selling over 68,000 units in its first year alone. People loved the combination of style, comfort, and that undeniable American luxury vibe. It wasn't exactly a sports car, but that wasn't the point. This was a car for cruising down the boulevard, enjoying the open road, and maybe, just maybe, making a few heads turn along the way. And you know what? It did all of that remarkably well. The Rolls-Royce Corniche. This car just screams I've arrived. Hand-built everything. The engine, the interior, it's about smoothness. Connolly leather, Wilton wool carpets, the Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament, iconic. Alright guys, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. This car needs no introduction. It's been the benchmark for luxury sedans for decades. The interior, it's like a first-class airline cabin. And of course, it wouldn't be an S-Class without a powerful engine. The S-Class is a car that can do it all. Alright guys, the 1975 Cadillac Seville. This was a pivotal car for Cadillac. See, Cadillac was known for big floaty land yachts, right? But the Seville, this was different. It was smaller, more European-inspired. Cadillac was going after the Mercedes and BMW buyers with this one. They wanted something more nimble, more fuel-efficient, but still with that Cadillac luxury. And you know what? They kind of nailed it. The Seville had this sharp, angular styling, very different from the big Cadillacs of the time. And inside, you had all the luxury features you could want. Leather, power, everything, even things like memory seats, which were pretty uncommon back then. So, the Seville was a bold move for Cadillac, and it actually sold really well. It showed that Cadillac could build a smaller, more European-style luxury car, and people would buy it. Next up, we have the BMW 7 Series. Now, the 7 Series has been around since the mid-70s, and it's always been BMW's flagship sedan. It's the car that's supposed to be both sporty and luxurious, the ultimate driving machine, remember? And over the years, the 7 Series has really evolved. We've seen everything from inline sixes to V12s under the hood, and the technology has just gotten crazier and crazier. But one thing that's always remained constant is the 7 Series focus on driving dynamics. This is a big sedan that handles like a much smaller car. It's always been known for its sharp steering, its responsive handling, and its powerful engines. So, the BMW 7 Series, it's a car that's constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible in a luxury sedan. It's a car that's both luxurious and sporty, and it's a car that's always been a leader in its class. Alright, let's talk about the Jaguar XJ. This is a car that's all about style and grace. It's got this long, low-slung design that just screams elegance. The XJ has always been known for its beautiful interiors too. They're full of rich leather, real wood trim, and just this overall feeling of craftsmanship that you don't get in a lot of modern cars. Now, the XJ has gone through a lot of changes over the years. It's been powered by everything from inline sixes to V12s, and it's been available in both sedan and coupe body styles. But no matter what's under the hood or how many doors it has, the Jaguar XJ has always been a car that's turned heads. It's a car that's made a statement. It's a car that said, "I've arrived." Alright guys, we're moving on to number 36 on our list of the top 50 most luxurious cars. And this time we're circling back to Rolls-Royce with the Silver Spirit. The Silver Spirit debuted in 1980, a modern take on the Silver Shadow. It had sharper lines, a more aerodynamic shape, and self-leveling suspension. But did it capture the same magic as its predecessors? The Silver Spirit was still incredibly luxurious, yet some felt it lost a bit of that old-world charm. It's a fascinating car that represents a turning point for Rolls-Royce. Bridging classic luxury and modern technology, it deserves a place on this list. Next up is a car that defines luxury in the 1980s, the Mercedes-Benz 560 SEL. Now I know what you're thinking, another S-Class? You already talked about the 300 SL. But trust me, this one deserves its own spot. The 560 SEL was the pinnacle of the W126 generation S-Class. It was big, boxy, and oh so German. A rolling testament to Mercedes-Benz's engineering prowess. Under the hood, a 5.6-liter V8. Inside, more leather than a cattle ranch and enough wood trim to make a lumberjack blush. This car commanded respect wherever it went. It was a true icon of its era. Coming in at number 38 on our list is a car that shook the automotive world to its core, the Lexus LS 400. Before Lexus, luxury cars were dominated by European brands. In 1989, Toyota changed that with the LS 400. It was designed to compete with the best from Mercedes-Benz and BMW, and it succeeded. The LS 400 was a revelation. Whisper quiet, well-built, and incredibly comfortable. It was also about reliability. Toyota built a luxurious and bulletproof car. The LS 400 quickly gained a reputation for reliability. It changed the game, proving a world-class luxury car could be built outside Europe, a landmark achievement in automotive history. Alright guys, we're moving into the late 80s with the Bentley Turbo R. Bentley and luxury go hand in hand, but they also injected excitement with this one. Under the hood, a turbocharged V8. This thing could really scoot for its size, but Bentley didn't compromise on luxury. Top-notch leather, wood trim, and creature comforts. It looked like a luxury car, but drove sportier. Now let's talk about the Cadillac Alante. Cadillac's attempt to take on European luxury coupes. They really went all out with this one. The Alante was a looker, sharp, angular design, unlike the big, boxy Cadillacs. Loaded with features like a digital dash and Bose sound system. Bodies built in Italy by Pininfarina, then flown to the US for engine installation. Flown over in specially designed 747S, an incredibly expensive way to build a car. It didn't work out for Cadillac, but it's a unique part of automotive history. Next up, we've got the Rolls-Royce Silver Seraph. This car marked the end of an era for Rolls-Royce. It was the last Rolls to be built with a separate chassis. Under the hood was a V12 engine from BMW. The Silver Seraph was smooth, powerful, and incredibly quiet. The real highlight was the opulent interior, a fitting end to an era for Rolls-Royce. Alright guys, we're moving into the late 90s now, and Mercedes was killing it in the luxury market. The CL Class was their big, luxurious coupe, and they really knocked it out of the park. I mean, this thing just oozed presence. First of all, the styling. It was sleek, it was elegant, it just screamed, I'm here to make a statement. And speaking of statements, under the hood, you could get some serious power. We're talking V8S, V12S, even an AMG version with even more oomph. But the CL Class wasn't just about power, it was about luxury. Inside, you were treated to all the finest materials, leather, wood, you name it. Plus, it was loaded with technology even for the time. We're talking navigation, premium sound systems, all the good stuff. The CL Class was a true grand tourer meant for cruising in comfort and style. It was the kind of car that made you feel special every time you got behind the wheel. And honestly, isn't that what a luxury car is supposed to do? Let's talk about a car that was ahead of its time. The BMW 8 Series E31. BMW's flagship coupe in the 90s, a wild departure for the brand. Just look at this thing. Super sleek, wedge-shaped design and pop-up headlights. Under the hood, a V8 or a V12. That V12 was something special. Packed with advanced technology, electronic throttle control and stability control. Complex and expensive to maintain. Now, a cult classic. Represents the pinnacle of 90s BMW design. I can definitely see why. Buckle up, we're talking about the Jaguar XJ220, a street-legal rocket ship. This beast shocked the world in the early 90s. Jaguar, known for luxury, built a supercar. It had a twin-turbocharged V6. It hit 60 in under 4 seconds, with a top speed over 210 miles per hour. Surprisingly luxurious inside. Gullwing doors were a challenge, but part of the supercar experience. The XJ220 was a unique blend of luxury and performance. The late 1990s saw Bentley under the Volkswagen Group, and boy did they come out swinging with the Arnage. This car was a return to form for Bentley, emphasizing handcrafted luxury. Get this, a massive BMW V8 engine. It moved the Arnage with surprising grace. But the real star was the interior. Acres of leather, real wood trim, and enough wool carpets to make a sheep jealous. It worked. The Arnage was a hit. Alright folks, buckle up because we're talking about the Rolls-Royce Phantom. This is it, the pinnacle of luxury, a rolling palace with every detail screaming opulence. The Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament, the suicide doors, or the Starlight headliner. Hand-stitched leather, hand-polished wood trim, and that smooth V12 engine. The Phantom commands respect and never goes out of style. Now, if you're looking for the ultimate in German luxury, look no further than the Mercedes-Maybach S-Class. It's next-level luxury, folks. The interior is like something out of a sci-fi movie, with massive screens and ambient lighting. Every surface is covered in high-quality materials. Plus, it drives like a dream thanks to its powerful engine. Alright guys, the Bentley Continental GT, this car single-handedly revived the Bentley brand. Before the Continental GT, Bentley was kind of this, old money brand that wasn't really doing much, but then boom! The Continental GT arrives in 2003 and suddenly Bentley is cool again. It's a proper luxury coupe, but it's also a proper driver's car. You can take it on a twisty road and it'll handle it. And the interior, oh man, the interior. It's just quintessential Bentley, The leather is supple, the wood is gorgeous, and everything feels incredibly well made. And let's not forget the engine. The original Continental GT came with a 6-liter W12 engine that makes, get this, 552 horsepower. That's a lot of power even for a car this size. So, yeah, the Continental GT is a pretty special car. Alright guys, we're getting close to the end of our list with number 49, the Aston Martin Rapide. This isn't your typical, over-the-top luxury barge. It's a luxury car for the kind of person who likes to drive and drive fast. It's a 4-door with the heart and soul of a sports car, and I'm telling you, this car is gorgeous. Classic Aston Martin shape, long hood, short deck lid with 2 extra doors. Under the hood, a glorious V12 engine. It sounds incredible, like a symphony of internal combustion. Inside, the Rapide doesn't disappoint. High-quality leather, beautiful stitching, and all the tech you could want. It's all very tastefully done, very driver-focused. This is a car for someone who appreciates the finer things in life. It's a shame they don't make this car anymore, but that just makes it even more special. Finding a used one might take some time, but trust me, it's worth it. It's the kind of car that makes you feel like $1 million every time you get behind the wheel. Okay folks, buckle up because for our final car on this list, we're taking a giant leap into the future. Number 50, the Rolls-Royce Vision Next 100. This isn't just a car, it's a vision of future ultra-luxury. And honestly, it's pretty wild. It's massive, like a land yacht. The design is like nothing you've ever seen. Huge wheels, enclosed passenger compartment. A single massive door reveals a lounge-like interior. Plush seating, fully autonomous. No steering wheel, just a massive OLED screen. A fascinating glimpse into Rolls-Royce's future. The future of luxury is going to be very interesting indeed. So there you have it folks, the top 50 most luxurious cars of all time. From the classics to the modern marvels, we've covered it all. And let me tell you, it's been quite a ride. I hope you enjoyed this journey through automotive opulence as much as I did. Remember, this list is subjective and there are plenty of other amazing luxury cars out there. If you think I missed any, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And hey, while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more incredible car content. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the